Today I'm going to talk about Daniel's diet, often referred to as Daniel's fast. I'll explain the difference in a moment. When Daniel was first arrested, the jailer brought him a plate of food. Daniel said, "No, no, no, I will not defile my body with the king's meat and the king's wine." The jailer says, "You have to eat this. If you don't eat this, you'll get sick. The king sees you sick, he'll cut my head off. You have to eat this." Daniel says, "Well, I'll tell you what. Let me eat beans and water for 10 days and then come back and inspect me. If I look sick, I'll go ahead and eat the king's meat. But if I look healthy, you let me keep eating beans and water." Jailer says, "Okay, you won't get sick and die in 10 days. I'll give you 10 days. So for 10 days, Daniel ate beans and water. The jailer comes back and inspects him. And it says not only did he look healthier than the other inmates, he looked healthier than the guards and the king's servants. They got the good meat. The inmates got the scraps. So the jailer says, "Okay, well, if you don't want to eat meat, that's more for the rest of us." And Daniel was allowed to eat a diet of beans and water. That's why the lions did not eat him. See, lions are like dogs. They have really good noses. They can smell what's in your belly. When the king threw Daniel's enemies into the lion's den, "Meat, it's dinner time, let's eat." They always go for the guts first. But when the king threw Daniel into the lion's den, beans and water. We don't eat beans. When's the king going to feed us? Now, the King James Bible uses the word pulses. I say beans and water because nobody knows what pulses means. Pulses basically translates into grown from seed. So Daniel ate a plant-based diet. And the idea behind Daniel's fast is that you go on a meat fast for 10 days, you eat a plant-based diet for 10 days, and then you inspect yourself. If you look healthy, you can keep eating the plant-based diet. But if you don't look healthy, you can go back to eating whatever it is you already eat. And I recommend rice and potatoes for this. Rice is a superfood. If you take your car to a mechanic, he has to have the right parts to fix it. A bag of rice has every part the human body needs to fix virtually anything wrong with it. It's not food, it's medicine. If you go to one of these African countries, you go to Haiti, somewhere they feed starving children, one of the very first foods the dietitians put them on is rice. It's because it's one of the most nutritious foods on this planet. That is what God feeds his children. The potato is a survival food. If you put a potato in a dark room, come back later, it's growing a new plant. The only way that is possible is if the potato has everything stored inside of it that it needs. It has water so it can grow. It has dirt so it can form leaves. It has sunshine so those leaves can be green. It's not possible to get green leaves without photosynthesis, so the potato must have sunshine stored inside of it in order to be able to produce green leaves. It is the healthiest part of the fast food diet, and people call it junk food. It has every essential amino acid the body needs to synthesize its own protein, making it the ideal meat replacement. And I have here a plate of rice and potatoes. Now, from here, I put brown rice. I'm using brown rice. I ate white rice for years, and then I graduated to brown rice. White rice is easier to season. And then I put the potatoes on top of the brown rice. And from here, you can season it any way you would season your meat. You can go to the spice section, and you can get any of the steak seasonings. You can get Chicago steak, steak and chop, mesquite. They're all plant-based. We're talking onions, garlic, fennel, pepper, paprika. You can put any of those steak seasonings on the rice and potatoes. And then from there, you can top it with any of the sauces. You can put ketchup, steak sauce, barbecue sauce, buffalo sauce, sweet and sour sauce, anything you dip your chicken nuggets in, you can put on the rice and potatoes. So you're still getting the seasonings and the flavorings that you want and are used to and you like. You're just replacing something that's unhealthy with something that is healthy. And I'm challenging you to do this for 10 days, eat a plant-based diet for 10 days, and then inspect yourself. See how it works. See if it works for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can come back and tell me how it goes for you. Thanks for watching. Delicious.